Welcome to podcast, man.
Yes, this is so exciting.
Has anybody done a podcast before?
No.
Nope.
The first podcast
shared in
I
my-
did.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Tell us.
I did one ever, and that was, I think it was the week that I was. And he said, "Hey, why don't you come on the podcast? We're gonna be on and talk about the experience working with the other team I was on." I'm like, all right, I did it before. I listened
Amazing.
for most of the time. Lots of listening. And this only came in when I felt I had something. So that was it.
Well, I think you have a lot to say if we talk about investing, since you have a current one going.
Could have a lot to say, but I think my default first by default. Just me, I listen first, and then I formulate, and then when I have something that's really, because I get to it.
Yeah, usually on most of these, they have a moderator that will keep it going and ask questions and keep people talking.
Hold on. So I have a question. Sorry, I have a question. So Colin, you said it took a little while to add us in here. Is Denise going to be able to come join us?
She should be. Clicks on the link. It'll show up in the panel that I have studio going on. And she'll come up like you guys did, and now I know how to turn it on.
Perfect.
So she'll just hop on here. So it's recording everything within the platform, and then at the end, a video file. And I assume you could chop it up, and we could use it as content. I think like what I'm noticing, because looking at social media, we're gravitating towards is that social media stuff, they don't think about, they don't think too much about their output, but they just do be themselves, and it without too much thought to it. We could just do free flow and think of it as like a meetup at a bar. We think of it as Lucky Dog.
Can we do that again?
What, lucky?
Yes.
I think we do, right?
Yeah, right?
Are we dually or what?
I know Marissa's been on me about it. I used to help organize those, but I've been out and about lately. Today has just been involved trying to save that new contract I got. It's a cash quick close, but then they always freak out over inspection reports.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 45, 46-year-old house. Yeah, it's 45, 46 years old. And it came back really good for its age. But, of course, they want to cancel. It's too much. It's too much. It's like...
Is that the one?
Well, no, this is the one in Lake Worth. Okay. I had cancellations on Tamarack, too, on the listing side twice.
Wow.
So these buyers, yeah. And I talked to Marissa, and she said some of her buyers are like that, too, canceling. They're so, I don't know what's the word for it, but they're very shy to pull the trigger.
Yeah. Well, interest rates, I guess that's a result of it, If you want to be picky.
Well, my guy's cash, and I think her person's cash, so it's not financing.
Interesting. What else is going on today?
That was most of my day. I'm talking them off the cliff. This morning it was canceled. Now it's okay. Let's see what the dock report says. Tomorrow there's a seawall inspection because it's on water.
Mm-hmm.
And that's super important because that can be very expensive.
Yep.
So we're 50-50 right now. 50 out, 50 in.
Right. It's real estate, man. It's a roller coaster. if they plotted what real estate actually looks like, I don't know if it'll be better stock market.
Oh, Denise says she's here. You need to let
Can
her
you
in.
let me in? Okay. Oh, there we go.
Hey, look at
Welcome,
how easy
welcome,
that
welcome.
was, Colin.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Did
Thank
he
you.
just come in? Because I didn't get a notification. I almost didn't see it come in if you didn't text me.
No, I was sitting there, but it said host can see you. I'm like, I don't think he can see me.
So you're like the fourth one. You have a little panel off to the left, and I didn't notice it.
Oh, so I'm
So
glad I
welcome,
text.
Yeah,
So
this is podcast number 1 of figuring everything out. Colin's brave.
how it
He's got it
goes.
live right now. I don't know where it's live.
call it
to, but it's
podcast
live.
land. We're broadcasting to the world, YouTube and Facebook.
Really?
Anybody that wants to play and could see us now.
Oh, that's amazing. Is that really true?
Well, you know what? I that is absolutely true. I didn't know how to, so I downloaded this app called Restream. Tried to do everything in 30 minutes yesterday, and I just followed the instruction. All right, download Restream, hook up your social accounts, and send out the link to you guys. So I hooked up my account. So right now, yep, I'm live on Facebook, seeing people liking it.
Amazing.
People are liking it.
Denise,
So
have
it's
you
an
done a
ad from
podcast
our
before?
store.
Huh?
Denise, have you done a podcast before?
I used to be on with Chris and Josh from time to time when they were doing it.
Okay, so you're the expert here.
I wouldn't go that far. Oh, look at us.
That's on Facebook. You go to my Facebook, is on there.
So I actually have a funny story. I shared in my stories today when I was getting ready this morning before I left to go to school. I was like, I'm doing my first podcast ever. Like, if you guys have some ideas of what we should talk about, like drop it in. I put like a little question box so people could type in what they are interested in like listening to. And I'm like, the responses that I got, I'm like, I can't talk about that. I'm not talking about that stuff live, you guys.
Why? Everything is on the table.
Yeah, no.
This is a new world.
What grade?
But wait, I'm curious now.
Inquiring minds
What
want
grade?
to know. Inquiring
They
minds
wanna
want to
know
know what were
about-
these responses.
No, they wanted to know. I'm like, it's more like business related, you know what I mean? But they were like, you should talk about how dating has changed over the years and like what modern dating is now compared to what it used to be.
That is a
Like,
great one.
Yeah.
That is a great
And
one.
I'm like, yeah, it's really good. I'm like, you know what? A lot of people can actually share about that. I was like, but that's not what this is really like. You know, I was like, maybe that's going to be set aside for another time.
No,
But it was kind of neat getting like
great one. You know why? I think it's discussion to have because it's going to be very relatable. You know, this is a so we're in real estate, right? And it's a bit weird, right? Trying to do, meaning we're salespeople, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to sell people without selling them. And it's kind of like in my mind, it's only recently out, and how standing that has to be is we have to essentially gain attention from stuff that people could relate. And then, oh, by the way, right? Oh, by the way, you know, if you sell, I'm here for that, you know? So how dating has changed could definitely get a lot of attention and relate people. And it just reminds me of a story I had from you that I think is relevant to that topic. Probably
well, do tell.
There, Christina.
Do tell.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. I was like, they were like, and who are you? Are you doing it with like some of your girls or is it guys? I'm like, no, it's a mixed group. And they're like, great. So you guys can share from like a woman's perspective, and then from a guy's perspective, I'm like, again, I think this is more like business related. Maybe we'll eventually get there, but yeah, it was great. I was very interested to see what people's ideas of topics were, like what they want to hear about, you know?
I think that's a
You
great
know what's
approach.
funny? There was
if we from our audience before we deliver on it here, it's going to be like the community, you know. So I think it's a good idea, actually.
What were you going to say, Lee?
Yeah, there was a Keller Williams agent. She was single, attractive. She was on Bumble or Bumblebee or some dating app, and that's where she
Bumblebee.
yeah, that's where she lead generated. Like all these guys hit her up, whatever.
Wow.
Yeah, she'd be, you know, not interested, but you never want to buy or sell or invest in real estate.
Are you serious?
She got people.
Hold on, let me write that down.
Yeah, I know. Whatever works, right?
So, yeah, she said that. That's what she said. She's like, "Hey, it works."
Wow,
So he was double dipping, I guess.
Let me see. New marketing tactics. Let me see.
Bumblebee.
Bumble. I don't think I'm gonna get anything from Bumblebee, but I'm gonna try Bumble.
I'm like, what? All these apps, all these names. I'm like, Bumblebee.
It's all about creating
relationships,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a lot of them, right? So if you are single, you could put yourself on the multiple dating sites. My girlfriend just told me that there's now Facebook dating. And that's like a brand new thing. So you have all these friends on Facebook, right? And the people that you're meeting on Facebook, you can see if you have mutual friends and go out with them. But that's another marketing strategy too, because we have all these friends on Facebook now.
Facebook.
I mean, you gotta get creative, I guess.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
in my day,
you brought it. Go ahead, Lee.
Yeah, I said in my day it was Match or MySpace.
Oh,
MySpace.
Wow.
Well, Match is still around. Just MySpace isn't. MySpace.
There was dating on MySpace, like unofficial dating, right?
Right. That's how you met people through MySpace.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. My
yeah, now
so we're not all single, so that's gonna have to be somebody may get in trouble if they don't market that way. Or is that the excuse? Hey, I was on bump. I'm marketing, babe. What you talking about?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm
prospecting.
not
it's
on
called
the
prospecting.
I'm prospecting.
Prospecting. That's the official word for it. This person in your DMs are prospect.
Let's see how well that goes over.
Right.
Out of this point, what year was this, man? This was probably like, oh man, this is a long time ago.
I thought you were frozen.
Probably 2006, 7, you know, and somebody and like the first thing she was, well, what's your Instagram or what's your Facebook? I'm like, wow, people aren't asking for numbers anymore, you know? So it's weird.
Nope.
But yeah. I'm out of the game.
No, that's what happens. Like even with traveling, the bunch of traveling that I did this summer, to different states and countries, that's how people stay in touch with each other now. It's like Instagram. What's your Instagram? What's your Instagram?
Yeah, so phone number anymore, right? Social media.
Yep. Which is a good thing, I think. You're not giving out your phone number to everybody.
Yeah.
Well, we have our phone numbers plastered everywhere, so I don't think it really matters for us.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I mean, that is true. Yeah.
And you know what's interesting? Plastered everywhere. Does it ring?
Nope. I get more DMs than calls. Hey.
That just goes to show you, you know, what people in your numbers like we think they do anymore. Nice. So what's going on with you today, Denise? Anything new? Lee just told us where he's at.
Where are you, Lee? I missed that.
Oh, yeah, I got clients trying to cancel contracts, inspection scam.
An inspection scam. What?
It's not scam, scares them.
Oh, scares. I was gonna say that. I want to hear that story. But it was
Yeah.
a scare. Oh, it was a scare.
So it's the usual. You got to talk it through, make it make sense.
Anything with you, Christina?
So what are you working on?
No, go ahead, Denise. What's up with you?
It froze. Am I frozen?
No.
We can hear you.
It's back? Oh, okay, great. Oh, 1 second. My son is coming in. Let me close my door. Sorry.
Sorry.
So let me ask you guys a question.
Go ahead.
This is like something I'm wondering for like recently, because I know like real estate has changed so much. Do you guys still take clients in your vehicle with you to locations, or they just meet you there?
I started out, we used to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I don't anymore since COVID. And everybody seems cool with it.
Yeah,
and as a
I
female,
really don't.
You just have them meet you,
I
right?
really don't do. Yeah. Liability issues.
Yeah. I was thinking about that the other day, comparing like the two homes that I have purchased. Like when I bought my home in Deerfield, I went everywhere with my real estate agent, like to all of the locations, and rode with her everywhere. And I was there for 10 years. And then Chris was my realtor finding this house. And I mean, it took a good bit of time, but it was interesting to me. Like I met him everywhere when we were house hunting, you know what I mean? I was thinking about that over time. Like, do realtors still do that? Because I just think it's more convenient also for you two to just meet at the homes.
I think it changed during COVID. Is that when the change really happens? For me, it did. When I didn't pick up clients, or it was during COVID where we just started meeting everyone at the properties. But I definitely think it's a lot better that way.
Yeah.
I know on my old team, when we did a lot of 55 and up gated communities, it was a lot easier if they just ride with me.
Right.
Because they want to do 10 miles an hour, and we got to get to some places.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then they get, they get mixed in the traffic. I'm like, yeah, that's my client, 4 cars back in the white SUV.
It's just more efficient.
And they're like, no, you have to go back around and come in with them.
Yeah.
So that's when it was more convenient. But lately, it's more everybody's cool with just meeting you there and following you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But Colin, you have some clients that are in that older clientele, right? You still. Yeah, demographic.
Of late, they've been sellers, right? So I haven't had to take them anywhere.
Sellers.
One in particular who was selling, and even with her, rode everywhere in her car.
Yeah.
Right. Even before comes team, the other team that I was on was heavy buyers, and everybody 90% of the people that I work with, they moved on their own. And at times those buyers I had never met before. So that's another factor that, I don't know these people, so I have them in my car. He actually told me, well, don't do it. You know what? For safety, it's probably better. And then, maybe if it's somebody that you grew up with, friend, you could do it. But for me, I think the issue and a liability issue, because if I get into accidents, something like that, I don't know. I just think it's just easy to do it on their own.
Yeah, I guess there's pros and cons to both ways. And I guess a pro would be conversation. You're able to have conversations as you move from property to property, see what the
building rapport.
About. Exactly. Yeah. And if it's multiple people seeing the property together, then you hear their conversations as well. So there's pros and cons to every situation.
Yeah, and a lot of people were moving here for lifestyle. You got to tell them about the area. Like, here's where you would go grocery shopping for this house. Over here is a nice little park. You go to this restaurant here. I still kind of do it. I had to evolve from that. I just call them on the phone when they're following me. It's like, over here on your right is the Publix, is where you go grocery shopping.
Yeah, workaround. So there's always a way to get, you know, a new way to do something. So that's true. There's always a way to alter.
Advance.
Figure out a new way. So I got an email today.
Go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were saying something, Colin. No, I was gonna ask you guys about.
We're all delayed.
Are we?
Well,
okay. So the Hometown Heroes, I heard. So that ended last month. Is that right?
It didn't end. They ran out of money.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, they ended because they ran out of money. Ran out of money.
It starts every July. They put $100 million in there. When it's gone, it's gone. Whether it's a week, a month, a year.
I mean, we knew that was going to happen.
Ran out last month. Oh, absolutely. They've been saying it for
We
a
knew
while.
that was going to happen. They started, was it July? Just that it was starting? Like, yeah. We knew this was going to happen.
And when they opened it up, because at first it was for nurses, firefighters, teachers, and then when they opened it up is when
signed a new legislation.
When it was gone, when they
said it would be July 1st.
Quickly went away.
Yeah, it's basically a Florida resident first-time buyer program. That's basically what it is now. Denise, we need to get you some light.
I need light?
Yeah, your camera keeps going in and out, making it dark.
Let me get my light.
So tell us what you have going on today before we start to talk about the topics.
Nothing, just was at school today. That was it. That's my daily life right now, and with the high school kids.
Nice.
Which is interesting. Yep. And I'm glad we made this work, because today is like a day where I don't have running my children around at nighttime every night. So this was perfect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So some interesting or what?
What topic? Interesting topic?
I go first.
Okay.
Right. There was something that came across my I like football, right? Soccer. So, I follow European football on. Can't watch it for 2 hours anymore most of the time, but I look at the highlights, like leading in the tables and all that stuff. You guys probably heard about it because it was everywhere. Saudi Arabia starts guys, like the first one to get like a big contract, Cristiano Ronaldo, right? So they give him like a $300 million contract per year to leave. Where was he? He was in England, and go to Saudi Arabia. Never knew I had a professional football league that anybody would be interested in going and play for or look at. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. He makes us back. And then I see Messi, Mbappe, and then recently this guy called Neymar. He goes over there and makes a similar deal with a team. I'm like, what on? Like, why are these guys spending all this money to bring this talent over here? So I was looking into it, and it turns out that there's a couple things at play, and this is what's interesting to me, right? So they've been making tons of oil since the 60s, 70s, right? But that oil seems to be is the point. So what they're trying is like more marketing, right? They're trying to get attention on the country and kind of like have a more Western type of feel and promote sports in a big way, just like how sports is big here. I thought that was interesting. So it's not only football they're doing it, we're doing it with Formula One racing too.
Yeah, but it's like, it's like, what are you sacrificing to go there? You know what I mean? What are you sacrificing to go there? I mean, money, you're getting money, right? For sure. So that's always enticing for everybody. But what are you sacrificing to go there? Like, didn't Ronaldo, like, there was like this big ordeal about Ronaldo not being married to his woman that he's with and the kids and everything.
partner,
And
yeah.
they were making an exception for him to go there. So, and play there. Like, are you sacrificing quality of life? I don't know.
Yeah, so that's in play. That's in play. And, there's some people, some critics say, they're only doing it to kind of hide the human rights issues that the country has, to kind of hide it. They call it sports washing is what they call it. So they're trying to like make sports more mainstream and put all the attention on that to kind of hide some of the issues that they have with how they treat women. I think there was an American journalist that got killed, et cetera, et cetera. So it's an interesting discussion.
And I'm going to say his name wrong, Mbappe go there? Did he go there too?
No.
Oh.
One of the teams wanted to sign him.
They offered him.
Messi didn't go there either. They
Miami.
wanted to get him. He came here. The reason why he said
He's
he didn't
killing
sign, and he's killing it, right? And didn't sign is because he said he just wanted to have a peaceful.
Nothing says
I
peaceful.
know
like
nothing
Miami.
about soccer, so this is good for me.
What team you root for, Colin?
Saudi Arabia. What's that?
What team you root for?
What team I root for? I follow closely Manchester United.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm a
Talking
Chelsea
Greek
fan.
to Denise and Lee.
Hey, I watched Ted Lasso.
Lee's a
There you
football
Ted
fanatic.
Lasso. Which team is in Ted Lasso? Burnley?
They talk about Manchester United and Premier Leagues and all that, and
That was a movie
You learn
with
a little bit.
what's his name?
Kevin Sudeikis. Or
Yeah. And Ryan.
it's funny. It's a really good show.
Gotcha.
It's on Apple TV.
Okay.
What show is it?
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. It's so good.
Yeah.
Would you guys go?
Yeah, but to go back to that, I don't know.
Like $1 million.
What's that?
How much money is? How much would it take for you guys to go live in Saudi Arabia?
I'm good here.
Yeah, probably wouldn't go.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
You wouldn't wear the hijab.
Huh?
You wouldn't put the hijab on.
I'm good. No.
Because unless you're a superstar, Colin, you or your family could do an oops to one of their laws, and they don't care. If it's a law that's punishable by death, we're so sorry. Tell them
What they
goodbye
call it?
while you can.
Sharia law, right? I think that's what they call it.
And it could be something as simple, like your wife's going out in public without her, head covered or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I hear cracking, or is that just me?
I do too. Somebody's sound is
If it's me.
I'm gonna mute.
Hold on. I'll mute mine.
It's not me.
Everybody mute, and let's see if it goes away. Okay, I'm back. No cracking.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Oh, it's back.
Back?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll just take it off. You guys, right? Lee, I know you told me it was something kind of feeling today. How's it going?
It's fine.
It's
for
fine.
what it is. We'll get better at this. I got a podcast mic and more professional headphones. I just didn't have time to set up.
Yeah.
Wow, it's cracking again.
Yeah, huh?
Whatever happened, just stopped it. Did you mute Denise? Oh, it's Denise. It's not you, Colin.
Oh, okay.
You hear it now?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gone.
It was my AirPods.
Ah,
But you hear me fine?
Mm-hmm.
okay, you good. So that was my
But we got 20 more.
interesting take. So I'm done for the day.
Bravo.
How that goes?
That's what I found. That's what I brought for you guys.
Like, I
Right?
did my job. I did what I was supposed to do.
Good luck to the rest of you.
Nah, I'm still gonna be here.
Of all topics, the sports in Dubai.
Right? All topics, Colin.
But listen, I can vibe with that, Colin. That's why I was like, I'll do a podcast with Colin.
But listen, I asked a relatable question. I was like, okay, a story, like how much money would it take to go there? No, I'm good.
That was a quick. You had a quick no from me. No, don't even need to discuss that any further. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you guys think about it, right? I feel like as we get older too, like quality of life becomes more important to you than, chasing money. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Your
peace.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Can't pay for that.
Right.
100%. And it's
Now, Colin, I gotta spruce up on my soccer information. I gotta do some research. I gotta watch games.
So
If that's what you're gonna lead with.
You found? What did you give us in you found? What did you find? What you got for it?
I wanted to talk about the Home for Heroes thing. So
that was interesting.
That's what I wanted to discuss. I feel like that was a resource for many people, and if you didn't get it, now it's gone for right now. But there's other things available, so maybe we'll discuss the other avenues that are available next time.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that's interesting because I feel like, sorry guys, you brought that up, Denise, and I feel like just a couple of days ago, I saw like a sponsored ad on Facebook for that, but you said like recently now it's ended.
They said they ran out of funds. I read that today. And actually, Angela, one of the vendors I work with, she's been telling me for a few weeks that they're running out. And then I saw today that the funds are gone now. So
good news is it resets July of 2024. Just got to have your people ready
to go.
But there's all kinds of programs in different cities, different counties, but they all run out of money quickly if you're not in it already. And there's different loopholes. So, and it changes constantly. So it's hard to stay up with it all.
Well, that would be a great topic to talk about too at some point. I feel like to go along with this, because I'll tell you, like last year, actually the past couple of years, I can't tell you how many of my friends are like scooting out of Florida, specifically teachers, that are like, I can't afford to live here right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the rent, number one, is crazy. And then trying to buy a home, it's so difficult. They're like, we're scooting out of here, so that would be great to have like some of those resources and, a chat sometime about that, like what people can do.
100%, because, as the hometown heroes, my mind went to, okay, well, if you know about this, definitely affordable housing is one. And, you can speak out loud. My mind went to people applying to some of these, they're just trying to make it happen. And once they get approved for X amount of dollars, and then they get into the market, and if I'm trying to get a single family FHA, like what am I gonna get for $250 in Broward County? That's been my experience working with people trying to get into these programs. It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not a single family home, you say, okay, well, condos, there's only one condo in the county that's approved FHA, so.
Yeah, they were trying to fix that, but here there's an issue with delayed maintenance, and they don't want to go through the hoops to be FHA certified.
Well, right, and I have to spend means that the residents are going to have to pay higher HOA.
Some of them are getting hit with assessments left and right.
Yeah.
That's
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
So I think
So that's been my experience.
one of the future topics, maybe we can go more in depth and provide more detail and resources around that.
All the question will be like, what is the solution? Leaving the state or leaving South Florida?
Leaving?
I know there's a boycott on Florida right now, especially for tourism.
There's a boycott.
Mm-hmm. Because of our policies in place.
Well,
Has it really made a significant dent?
Yeah, there's a guy on YouTube. He's a local. He's an old guy that's retired, and he drives like Uber. I think his name is like Greg, the Uber driver. You got to look him up on YouTube. And he talks about he brings people from the airport to the restaurants to the hotels, and he said they're like at less than 50% of what they used to be, all starting like in the last few months since that boycott started.
Perfect.
I didn't know about this.
Mm-hmm. He's like, I don't know what you're seeing on TV, but I'm here in person and I'm talking to everybody that works in the industry. He's like, they're at 30% of what they usually are at.
wow.
What did he?
Thing, because if he's talking about it in July, August,
He's been down here a while. So
say that again.
Yeah, he said he's been here a while, so he's like year over year. He's like, we're at 30% of what we normally are at.
And he's in South Florida.
Great driver.
I think it's Greg, the Uber driver. Something the Uber driver, but he's an old guy, and he just gets his camera up, goes live on it. It's pretty good.
I love that. He's got his own YouTube channel.
Yeah, he just gives you the news of what it is, of what he's seeing. And it's like, all right, Greg.
I'm
I'll check him out.
Yeah, same. Insane.
You guys hear about that website, Camel?
No, what is that?
No.
It's a website that'll check Amazon prices for you. Like, say I'm looking for these, Apple AirPods, and it says it's 30% off sale for $99.99, and I think it's a deal. When honestly, $99.99 was the regular price for the last 4 or 5 years. You look up a product on Amazon, you copy the link if you're on a computer, and then you go to Camel, and you paste it in their little search bar, and it gives you the whole graph of like what the lowest price used to be, what the normal price is, the highest price it's been.
Oh, I see.
I just found that.
Oh,
it's the weirdest thing, but
I need to write this down.
It's live and it's being recorded.
Camel.
And then another site I go to, I'm very thrifty with my money. I go to slickdeals.net.
I think you told me about that one.
Yeah, you just type in anything what you've been looking for, and then you could just put an alert. Like, there's certain things I want. If it hits a certain price, I'll buy. I just got me a little electric scooter.
Did you really?
Yeah. After door knocking bamboo, that was painful. You
got a deal?
Oh yeah, it was like less than half price.
Okay, hold on now. Tell me what that one was again.
Which one? The website?
Slickdeal.com.
.net.
Slickdeal.net.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it's got like a blue
Another one was
SD.
Camel.
Is how you check Amazon pricing. Yep.
How about Lee? You got any good travel discount sites that you use?
You'll have to talk to my wife. I don't do the traveling bookings and all that. She does that, especially if you want Disney stuff. Talk to her.
Well, hold on.
She's an
It's
ex-educator like yourself. Oh, we lost. She's like, out. No travel deals.
She went to slickdeals.com. She found herself a deal.
Oh,
Let me text her.
yeah, I'm gonna say on Camel Lee because you're right. Because
So it comes in handy.
sometimes you get Amazon and they seem as though you're getting a deal, but really it's not.
Yeah, they're like 50% off, but you raised it 60%.
Yeah. What about the fake?
So
reviews?
it's really 10% higher.
Have you fallen prey to the fake reviews on Amazon?
I look at reviews. Yeah, they have bots and things write reviews, so you got to be leery and read them. So, yep, you have to be a savvy shopper nowadays, whether it's real estate, cars, anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
she's back in. Oh, see if you can let Christina in.
Oh,
Is she in the back?
is she in here? It's saying 3
There
is
she
still.
was.
Hold on, let me see if I can get the link there. There we go. Put it in the chat again.
So yeah, Lee, I didn't know about these bots on Amazon reviews. I'm a big review person. I look at reviews.
Yeah, and sometimes they'll pay people, like they give them all the product for free just to get reviews going.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do that. Amazon, send me some products so I can review it for you.
Oh, there we go. She's back.
Yeah, I don't know how they pick who does what reviews or who gets free products, but some people do.
Look, the Amazon guys at my house all the time dropping off stuff, so they need to let me be a reviewer.
Yeah, mine was blocking the driveway is why I was late. I couldn't even get in. He pulled right in front of my driveway and blocked the whole thing. It's like you couldn't just pull up a little bit more
Christina,
to
you
drop off
back?
one little box. I understand if he had to bring out a two-wheel dolly, but he had one little box, had to block my whole driveway.
So Christina, when you got kicked off, I was informed that they pay people to do reviews on Amazon. And I was very sad
And
about
some
that.
of them are fake. They're made by computer bots. So you got to read them, and you'll know the ones that are fake. Because some of them, it's getting better now with the AI technology, but before the grammar was way off.
Mm. Are you okay, Christina?
I'm having like tech issues. I don't know what's going on.
I feel like you're on Amazon.
Well,
You're back?
Yeah, I think so. But I totally missed everything that you were saying, Lee. So did you have any travel discount sites that you use? Nothing for travel.
nothing really. Sometimes it'll come up on that Slick Deals. There's like round trip tickets or pop up or a hotel stay here and there, but I don't really look for those things. Like once it knows what you're looking for, it kind of learns and puts those deals in front of you. And you could set an alert. Like say you're traveling to, I don't know, where you going? Cali? You can type in whatever, airfare to California, and then set that alert. If anything ever comes into that realm, it'll email you.
Good to know.
How long you been using this lead?
The Slick Deals?
Years.
Camel I just learned about, but Slick Deals my brother showed me 20 years ago.
Dang.
I think there's another one called Deal News. What is it? Let me see. That one's not as good as the Slick Deals, but it works too. It has different deals. Yeah, dealnews.com.
Write it down.
So those are my two go-to. Like I always put in stuff and then it tell you, like you'll get free photos, like free 8x10s from Walgreens or CVS. They'll give you a coupon code. So I got all these 8x10s of Lincoln for free.
Speaking about shopping,
It's normally like
I was up because I'm in Central Florida working on this house that I have here. It's done now. But when I was up there, well, close to the house, and I'm like, wait a minute, like a ghost dog. We're to walking into malls down here. It is of the week, and it's busy, right? So I talked to the guy. There was a Jamaican restaurant in the mall. Wow, Jamaicans are everywhere, right?
Yeah, man.
Spoke to the guy in the mall. Okay, well, like, is it always like this, man? He's like, well, it's gonna pick up 4 or 5 o'clock. So basically, it only picks up on a Friday evening. Like that's yeah. It's like, let's go to the mall and hang out. It was a culture shock.
Well, here we have a lot of retirees. They have nothing else to do and disposable income.
Yes, you're right. And we have international
And honestly,
people too.
Like I was talking just the other day to somebody, like I do all of my shopping online. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I personally went to a mall.
I don't like going to the mall.
Me either.
I have my online stores. I order and that's it. I don't want to try on any clothes. I don't. I have no desire at all.
Yeah. Well, with the return policy, too,
I live in Boyan. Yes. Oh, and my friend just told me the other day that Target now, I don't even go into Target. I do the drive up pickup at Target, right? But now you can do returns in the drive up also.
Really? I didn't know that.
They just started it. I guess apparently they started a pilot program somewhere else and it was super successful. So now we can do it here too. You don't even have to get out of your car.
So do you do the return process on the app, and then you just pull up and they take it from you?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
But
I don't know if
that we're getting to the point where we don't want any type of social interaction.
Well, it's not that. It's like, think about it. When you go to return something at Target, you got to wait at customer service line 8-10 people deep when there's one person working behind there, and you just get flustered.
Or are we so busy that we don't want to take the time, right?
That too.
Are we that busy?
No, I think so. I think there's more attention and time is like make it shorter. We do not so much.
You brought up a good point.
Deal with. Well, my mom, when I was growing up, she used to break coconuts and grapes. Yeah. Nobody has time. Instant powder.
Yeah, I was saying I noticed that too. Like since I got the Tesla, the stop and charge downtown Delray Beach a lot because it's free charging. Rome, and we like go through all the back streets down Atlantic Avenue. Like he says it so funny. He's like, "Dada, are we in downtown Delray Beach?" I'm like, "Yes, we are." I mean, we walked tennis courts up there all the way to, where did we go? We went right to the Intercoastal. So we walked all up and down through there. I mean, I didn't know there were so many multifamily little properties tucked away Avenue. I was like, I'm bizarre.
Yeah, and they got a lot of new restaurants there too.
Oh, they had one, Hawkers or something.
Oh, it's so good.
Hawkers?
But nobody was in it.
They have the best music.
So
yeah.
Hawkers is good. Yeah.
Hawkers is really good.
Hawkers?
Yeah.
Add that to my list. Some visits.
Right on that
like
line.
Lincoln and I, we went and through the tennis. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, even my kids like love Hawkers. Like they ask to go to Hawkers. The food is really good.
What kind of food?
I've only done delivery from them.
It's like Asian inspired, I guess. Is that what it would be considered?
Asian fusion, something. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I've been there. A long time. I'm like, there's a restaurant I don't know about in downtown Delray. Oh, no, I've been there.
Lionfish is supposed to be good. Yeah, I haven't been to Lionfish yet. It's funny.
Is that on the strip?
On the Ave?
What did you say?
I think it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been there either. That's a good one.
I should go because when I was in Bold, one of our team was like the owners.
Oh, nice.
Plus, it's an invasive
Kids at
species
home.
they need to get rid of.
Yes. Well, I wondered if they sell lionfish. Like, is that on the menu there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh, they
I
do?
think so.
It is on the menu
Yeah.
there?
I believe so. Let me look.
So my tattoo artist, he has a nonprofit organization in which he goes out and he goes diving for lionfish. And that's what he does. He collects all of them and then sells them to restaurants because it is invasive. So, this new restaurant, Lionfish, now I'm like, I wonder if that's why they named it that way and if they have lionfish on their menu, but I've never been to it yet.
They do have
They
that
do.
on the menu.
Lionfish, ceviche.
Yeah.
What else?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's sustainable.
use-
I love that.
Yeah, I don't think iguanas was a good market. Iguanas. I know. It's about that
Because they
time,
have
Colin.
people
For our
can't
first one, I think we did well. We'll get a little more organized, but 5 o'clock is my cutoff.
I think we did well.
Hey, we got our jitters out.
Well, guys.
Yeah, we did so good.
Casserole.
So, but it's
Go ahead.
Oh, I know. My fault with the AirPods. And Chris always says, take off the AirPods. Don't wear AirPods. I always wear AirPods.
Look, mine are sitting right here. I couldn't figure out how to get them hooked up. So they're just sitting right here.
I gotta get a
The
mic.
delay wasn't too bad, right? Or
I guess we'll hear
When
it on
we-
recording.
Yeah, when we talk, we do have a delay. That's why we're brother. So figure it out. We'll get a flow and a little more organized as it goes.
we knocked it out. So, we'll talk in the chat and we'll figure out, we'll just get the recording and send it to you guys, and you can chop it up.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. And we all need to set up our accounts too with Restream, right? I haven't done that yet.
Only
Well, if you end the
host-
live, can't we talk amongst
Oh,
Yeah,
So
go ahead
when I
and end the
end
live.
this, let me end this live so we could talk. Hang on.